Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday, December 15th. MBTA General Manager Phil Ing is our guest. Let's go on the record. He's getting a broken system back on track, but are riders jumping back on board? The high cost and the high stakes. The GM's here to talk us through.
From WCVB Channel 5, the inside word from Washington to Beacon Hill. Today's newsmakers are going on the record.
And welcome to OTR, everybody. I'm Ben Cimino. Ed Harding's off.
And I'm Charmin Sacchetti. With us at the table is Phil Ing. Appointed by Governor Maura Healey, he took over as general manager of the MBTA in April of 2023. You've been pretty busy ever since. We thank you for coming in and joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thanks for your time. So you're about to reach a major milestone, the end of slow zones on the T's subway lines. It has been decades since that's been the case. Is it truly over?
It is going to come to a completion on December 20th. We're working on the last few restrictions on Green Line. The system will be restriction-free for the first time in over 22 years. That's as far back as our records go. But I do want to say, even new systems, old systems, speed restrictions from time to time will pop up, and that's about doing things for safety. But I want to make a commitment to the public. Speed restrictions are temporary. They're not going to be long-term. Our commitment is if something occurs, we're going to tackle it quickly, promptly, and allow them to continue to have that safe, reliable service. The amount of work we've done over this last year plus is monumental and record-breaking for us. But there's so much more work in our system that needs to be done. But we're committed to keep giving them that safe, reliable trip and more robust service that we've been able to add.
You say future speed restrictions would be temporary. I'm sure there are TGMs in the past who have said the same thing about speed restrictions. What does temporary mean? Does it mean a week? Does it mean a month? Does it mean longer than that?
Well, for instance, the other day we had one on the red line. We fixed it the same day. We were able to do that actually with single tracking, something that we're working on in the future. Meaning we were able to run regular service. The public didn't notice. We fixed it during the day. That restriction was removed immediately. Now, if it's something that takes longer, that perhaps maybe we need early access or maybe we need a weekend, we'll schedule it. We'll schedule it promptly and timely, and we'll tackle them right away.
And then one more question. What does the role that weather plays in future speed restrictions? I know you've talked about, we're a cold weather city. We have kind of extremes. It can be 100 degrees in the summer and it can be, -0 in the winter. Does that add to the challenges here when it comes to speed restrictions?
Well, when you get into the winter season and you get cold weather, railroads, new or old, face different challenges. Some of the things such as broken rail. You could have a broken rail on a new rail, you have a broken rail on old rail. But again, it's the ability to go in and make a temporary repair if you're running regular daytime service so you don't impact the public, and then come back at a more scheduled time to be able to completely fix that. High temperatures, sometimes you're always monitoring for heat kinks and things of that nature. So you might run slower speeds just during those dramatic periods of high extreme temperatures. But again, those are just short-term, tied to conditions. I mean, that's part of the, I'd like to say, the fun of being in the Northeast where you have 4 seasons, right? I think that's a great thing to have, and that's just part of how we adjust as operators.
All right, let's talk about rider confidence. Are you seeing evidence that people are willing to trust the T? Because if you look at the highways around rush hour, some might beg the question. There's a lot of gridlock out there.
There's a lot of folks that love their automobiles, and that's fine. But I also know if we could deliver safe, reliable, more frequent service, people will start to know that the T is one of the better ways to go. Even this past year, while we've had a number of diversions all throughout the year,
fixing speed
restrictions on the subways, we're seeing people come back. We're seeing the numbers inch up. And I'm really anticipating 2025.
More riders this year.
We are seeing, and the numbers are showing it. Now we're hoping to sustain that and continue to grow. 2025 is the year where we're going to monitor closely. On the commuter rail, where we've had more all-day frequent service, we've moved away from the peak 4 hours in the morning, peak 4 hours in the evening, and less service during the off-peak to all-day service consistent. We actually have the highest return to ridership across the nation, and that's because people are looking for that flexibility. They don't want to be coming in and then having to wait if they're only working a half day for their trains. All-day service, including robust weekend service. Our weekend service ridership is, I think, 150% back from pre-pandemic days.
Let me ask you about the new Red Line cars. Where does that stand right now?
I believe we have about 32 new Red Line cars on property. We're continuing to receive red line and orange line cars from CRRC. Those cars are performing fantastic. Our
So when you say on property, what does that mean?
meaning in our possessions, available for use. Some are still being tested because when we receive them, they have to go through a burn-in process. But that means that we can start to retire some of the older cars, put them into service.
When do you expect to be able to do that with some of these?
January will be the next set of red line concerts going into service is what I anticipate. The orange line cars all running on new trains. And that's why part of the improvement to the track, along with new cars, is allowing that reliability to go on a regular basis on orange line.
So when will all the red line cars be changed over?
We anticipate all of the cars, and they are delivering on schedule now, 2027.
And the quality is better than it was initially?
The quality is absolutely better. The contract required 90,000 miles between a failure on the car. We're getting over 200,000 miles between failures. The early quality issues all been worked out, and we're working very high level with senior managers from MBTA and senior managers at CRC. We're also having a lot of robust discussions with the sub-vendors and the material suppliers to make sure that they can continue to support the delivery of these cars and keep that quality up.
You made it clear you want to change the culture at the MBTA. It's one of your top priorities. Recently, as you know, 6 employees at the Cabot Yard maintenance facility were fired for working on their personal vehicles or private vehicles during work hours. Other employees were placed on leave as this investigation unfolds. It obviously seems like a setback, but this obviously was something that either went overlooked or was kind of allowed. Folks looked the other way. How big of a setback was this for your mission?
I don't look at it as a setback necessarily for the mission because we took action when we identified this issue. We actually have fired 8 employees now. And what we want to do is to make sure all of our
Are any
workforce...
left on paid leave?
There are some on paid leave. The investigation continues. Some have been served the suspension and back. There's still a few being reviewed. But the thing is what we want all of our employees to know. We've been focused on the workforce, we've been growing the workforce, and we've been looking at our training and process procedures. But when you do something like this, you not only discredit yourself and your family, unfortunately, you discredit your colleagues. And that's something that we are going to continue to stress internally. That's not acceptable. And when we identify those things, if those are occurring, we're going to take swift action. That's how we rebuild public trust, and that's how we demonstrate that we're going to be putting taxpayer dollars to better use.
You mentioned growing the workforce. How many open positions do you have left?
Well, I'll look at it more from the perspective that last year we hired 1,500 new hires to the T. We're probably closing on an 8,000 positions being filled by the end of the year or early next year. And that has enabled us to actually improve service because as we fixed the restrictions, now we're running more trains. I mean, we have more motor persons, and those trains are now running closer together, less wait time, and obviously they're running faster.
There was a Green Line derailment back in October. That's been attributed to operator error. The trolley was going well above the speed limit. Now, a federally mandated but long-delayed safety system known as Positive Train Control could have prevented that incident. When will the T get that system online? I think it was first proposed something like 15 years ago.
Well, right now we're in the midst of that procurement for replacing the original contract. Unfortunately, the original contract...
You paused the other contract.
We canceled the other contract, right? The progress that was being made or not being made really was not in the best interest of MBTA, our riders, or even, in fact, the vendor, because they were struggling to deliver that project. What we needed to do was accelerate the next contract. We're in the midst of a procurement. Having said that, during this Green Line closure right now, we're already installing anchors for the upcoming Green Line train protection that will allow us to implement audible warning alerts as well as accelerate the braking and speed control that we're going to invest into our system.
So when do you see, how far out do you think this technology is for the T at this point?
Right now, we're anticipating to be able to get audible warning alerts on our system next year.
Next year.
And then the discussion on the best means and methods to implement speed control and braking is being discussed right now with our internal folks, Department of Public Utilities, as well as FTA, because there's different strategies on how to do that because we're getting Type 10 Green Line cars, new cars, starting in 2027. So a lot of discussions is what's the best approach to implement that new technology into our program.
More with Phil Eng after the break.